Welcome, friends. So today we have about a 30-minute Vinyasa flow. For our Vinyasa flow today, we'll start in a child's pose, wide-legged, at the bottom of our mat. Big toes can come together. Maybe walk those hands out in front of you, tented fingers, and allow that forehead to drop down onto your mat. Connecting with your breath here. Try to sink those hips towards your heels. As we inhale, lengthening the spine, and exhale, sinking towards the mat. Breathing here. On your next inhale, begin to walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Right hand can fall on top of left as we open up the right side of the body. We inhale here. Exhale, soften into the mat. On the next inhale, coming back through center, walking our hands over to the right side. This time, left hand can fall onto the right. And exhale, sinking down. When you're ready, we'll walk our hands back to the center of the mat. And as we inhale, we'll round through our spine, tucking the chin to chest as we come into a tabletop. Exhale, sinking back into your child's pose. We'll do that 2 more times. So rounding through, inhale into tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. Finding this fluid movement. We inhale 1 more time, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Take 1 breath here. Exhale, soften. On the next inhale, we round through the spine into tabletop to stay. Make sure those hands are below your shoulders, knees are below the hips, and we'll come into a few rounds of cat and cow here. So as we inhale, we drop the belly, lift the chin, coming into our cow. And as we exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to chest for your cat. Taking this 2 more times on your own breath, we inhale for a cow. And exhale into your cat. 1 final time, inhale, cow. And exhale into your cat. Returning to a neutral spine here, keeping that left hand planted into the mat. We'll inhale, sweep that right arm overhead, gaze at those fingers, and exhale, bring it behind your left arm, threading the needle just to hover here. We inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale, thread and hover. 1 more time, inhale to sweep it up. Exhale, thread the needle and allow the forehead and the right shoulder to meet contact with the mat. Option to bring your left hand up and around onto your lower back. We'll take 2 breaths here. On that final exhale, bring that left hand down to the mat if it's not already there. We inhale, sweep that right arm up to the sky. And exhale, take a half camel, pulling yourself back, maybe grabbing your heel or placing that right hand on your lower back. And inhale, we come back to our tabletop. Exhale to settle here. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on the left side. Keeping that right hand planted this time. Inhale, sweep that left arm up, gaze at those fingertips. Exhale, thread and hover that arm over the mat. We inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale, thread and hover. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, thread and allow the forehead and left shoulder this time to meet contact with the mat. Maybe bringing that right arm up and around your lower back. Here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand back to the mat. We inhale, sweep that left arm up. Exhale, take your half camel, left hand meets that heel or maybe your lower back. Inhale once more. And exhale, return to a neutral spine in tabletop. Now before we come into our downward facing dog, we'll go ahead and find any fluid movement that feels good here. Maybe sending the hips back towards the heels, finding some circular motion, some figure eights. Anything that feels good to wake up your spine. Make sure you change direction. And when you're ready, we meet in a neutral spine tabletop. Maybe plant those hands a little bit out in front of you. Spread those fingers nice and wide. We inhale to tuck the toes. Exhale, send it back into your first downward dog of the practice. Take this time, pedal out your feet here. Let the head be heavy. Maybe we inhale to come up onto those tippy toes. Exhale, try to sink the heels towards the mat. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, I welcome you to add a bend in the knees. Create some space here as you connect with your breath. Let's inhale together and exhale out an audible sigh. On empty, we'll begin to walk our feet to meet our hands at the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep all the way up. Gaze at those fingers, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll start our class with 3 Sun A's. So when you're ready, activate those feet at the top of your mat. Feet are hip width distance. Maybe we lift the right toes and one by one spread them down onto the mat. Go ahead and do the same thing with your left. Lifting the toes and one by one placing them into the mat. Let's flow. We inhale, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, take your chaturanga. We inhale here for cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, tuck the toes, send it back into your downward facing dog. Breathing here, continue to pedal out those feet if that feels good, or maybe we take some stillness. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And when you're ready, on empty, feet to hands at the top of the mat. We inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, palms touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. Fantastic. All right, we'll do this 2 more times. When you're ready, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, we bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, or maybe we jump back into our chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Again, maybe we inhale, coming up onto those toes, and exhale, sinking towards the mat. And when you're ready, with an empty breath, feet to hands at the top of your mat. We inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, hands to heart center on the exhale. Shake it out. We'll do this 1 more time before we move into our sequence. All right. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, we bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, taking your chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Let's take a collective inhale together and exhale an audible sigh. Inhale again. Exhale here. On empty, feet to hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, hopefully we're feeling loose, ready to move through our standing sequence. Give yourself this time to just shake out anything else that you need to. Rolling the shoulders, forwards and backwards. Reactivating our feet here at the top of the mat. And when you're ready, we will flow. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Chaturanga. We inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky and take a moment here, maybe bend the knee, circle out your ankle, maybe take some larger hip circles, both directions here. And when you're ready, exhale, plant the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Coming into our low runner's lunge. Option here to take some gentle circles as we warm up this hip. Both directions, to the right twice, and then maybe over to the left. And on that next inhale, keep that left hand planted. Sweep that right arm up to the sky, gazing at those fingertips. And exhale, plant the hand down to the mat. We'll go ahead and step that right foot back as we take our chaturanga, moving through our vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, left side. On the inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, circle out the ankle, maybe the hip. Changing direction here. And exhale, step that left foot on the outside of your left hand. Again, we'll take some gentle hip circles, maybe rolling onto the outer edge of that left foot, if that feels good. And when you're ready, keep that right hand planted this time. Inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky, gaze at those fingertips, circle out the wrist if that feels good. And exhale, plant that hand down to the mat. Step that left foot back to meet the right and go ahead and take your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. And when you're ready, we'll meet those feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we'll be adding on to our standing sequence a little bit more this time. Moving through our warriors, spicing it up a little bit. So when you're ready, we inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot through. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale, we open, warrior two. Inhale, we straighten the arms and that right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, turn the right foot to meet the side of the mat. All right, inhale, reach. Exhale, right side, skandasana. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, left side. Walking those feet towards our right foot. Framing the right foot, warrior one feet. We inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, interlace those hands behind your back. Inhale to lengthen here. Exhale, humble warrior. 3 breaths here. Hovering that right shoulder over the right thigh. Breathing here. Releasing those hands, we inhale, sweep them back up, warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands, taking your chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll repeat the same thing on the left side. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it through those hands. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, we open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the legs and the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, left foot turns to face the side of the mat. We inhale. Exhale, left side skandasana. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right side skandasana. From here, walk those feet over, framing that left foot. We're back in our warrior one feet. Heel to arch alignment. We inhale, sweep it up for warrior one. Exhale, interlace those hands behind the back. Inhale to lengthen here. Exhale, humble your warrior for 3 breaths here. Breathing. When you're ready, on the next inhale, release those hands, sweep the arms back up, warrior one. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a moment and find a child's pose before we move through our final sequence, breath to movement. Allow those hips to sink back towards your heels, forehead drops to the mat. Maybe you walk your hands out in front of you with tented fingers. Inhaling to lengthen your spine here. And exhale, sinking into the mat. Taking one more breath. And on your next inhale, we'll round through our spine into a tabletop. Exhale to settle here. Inhale, tuck the toes. And exhale, push it back into your downward dog. Finding your breath here. On empty, feet to hands at the top of the mat. We inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead, palms touch as we exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, last time through, breath to movement. When you're ready, arms sweep up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into your chaturanga. We inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, turn that right foot to the side of the mat. Inhale, star. Exhale, right side skandasana. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left side. On empty breath, walk those hands to frame the foot at the right side. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, interlace those hands behind your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, arms sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, release that sigh. Downward facing dog. Nice job. We'll take that one final time on the left side and then we'll move on to our backs. Breathing here. Connect that breath to your movement. When you're ready, inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, we open, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, turn the left foot to meet the side of the mat. We inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left side skandasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right side. On empty breath, we walk those hands over to the left side, framing that left foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, interlace those hands behind your back. We inhale to lengthen. Exhale, humble your warrior. Inhale, warrior one, arms sweep up. Exhale, chaturanga. Take your time here. Inhaling into your cobra or up dog. Exhale, send it back into a child's pose here. Breathing and settling back into this space. From here, we'll inhale into our tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. When you're ready, feet to hands at the top of your mat. We inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Fabulous job. The standing part is over. From the top of our mat, feet can come out to the corner edges, heels in, toes out. We'll be moving through a malasana yogi squat as we transition onto our backs. So as we inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands come to heart center as we begin to sink down into our malasana squat. Planting into all four corners of your feet here. The chest and crown are lifted. When you're ready, plant that right hand on the outer corner of your mat and we inhale, sweep that left arm up to the sky, gaze at those fingertips. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Plant the left hand on the left corner of your mat this time and we inhale, sweep the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Take 3 breaths here in stillness. Feeling yourself rooted into this pose. Spine is straight, crown is lifted. Taking 3 breaths here. And on your next inhale, begin to sweep that right arm up and back, placing it gently behind you, followed by that left hand. Coming on to our sits bones, soles of our feet are planted into the mat. Arms are stretched out in front of us, palms facing each other. And begin to reach forward, rounding your spine, tucking your chin to chest here. Inhale and exhale slowly and with control. Lower yourself down onto your back. Bringing those knees into your chest here. Finding a gentle rocking motion side to side. Extend that left leg long, holding on to your right shin here. On our next inhale, we'll bring that right knee across our body, coming into a supine twist. Right arm extends long, gaze is following the right direction. Keeping those shoulder blades planted onto the mat here as we come into our supine twist. Breathing here for another few breaths. And when you're ready, bring both knees into your chest once more. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. And this time, extend that right leg long. Rotation comes into your right hand. And sweep that left leg across your body, over to the right, as you extend your left arm long, followed by your gaze. Shoulder blades planted into the mat. Breathing here for another few breaths. And when you're ready, bring those knees back into your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side. And from here, I invite you to come into Happy Baby, bringing the knees towards your armpits, grabbing the outer edges of your feet here, keeping that lower back, the sacrum, planted into the mat. And find any playful movement here that feels good. Rocking forwards and backwards, maybe side to side. It's okay if you tip over and come back up. And slowly release those feet down to the mat. Taking a full body stretch here, reach those arms and legs away from each other like you're being pulled on a rope. Inhale, lengthen, squeeze everything. And exhale, bring your hands down by your side. Before we enter into our Savasana, if there's any other pose that's calling to you, take this time. Do what your body needs or is asking of you. However, if you're ready to join me in Savasana, we'll allow our feet to reach the outer edges of our mat. Toes falling out to the side. Our arms stretched down beside our torso, palms facing up. And maybe you allow that head to fall over to the right side, inhaling here. And exhale, bringing it back through center. Inhale, letting it fall over to the left. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, reaching it back, gazing behind you with those eyes still closed. And exhale, back to center. Allow your body to sink into the mat, feeling supported by the ground beneath you. Allow your breath to be natural, releasing control of any thoughts or judgments that may pass through. And as you enter into your Savasana, allow your mind to be calm and your body to be held in this moment. Breathing here in your Savasana. If you're ready to join me, you can begin to bring some gentle movement back into your body, wiggling the toes, wiggling your fingers. Maybe bringing that right hand onto your belly and left hand onto your heart as you begin to deepen your breath here. Feeling your belly rise with every inhale and soften with every exhale. Gently bringing the knees back into the chest, wrapping the arms around and giving yourself a big squeeze here. Adding any rocking motion if that feels good. There's nowhere to be but here. So if your body is asking for stillness, please stay where you are. If you're ready to move with me, we'll begin to find a rocking motion, side to side, until we fall onto one side. Entering our fetal position here, and slowly pushing ourselves up to a comfortable seated position on our mat. Maybe coming into Sukhasana, resting those hands on our knees with those eyes still gently softened here. Taking a collective inhale, breathing in through the nose, we'll sweep those arms overhead. And exhale as the palms touch, bring them down to your heart space. Thumb knuckles pressing into your sternum. Thank your body and your mind for showing up on your mat today, taking up this space, and listening to your body and what it is asking of you in this moment. As we inhale once more, we'll bring our thumb knuckles to our third eye center, our center of intuition. And as we exhale, we bow forward, and if you'd like to join me, we'll say namaste.